sometimes we are going to pot on things, and I don't think we're here to necessarily have a side or an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
We just here to have an open forum and conversation. Sometimes we just here to talk.
Coach Heavy, man. 2026, man. We doing interviews, content, sales content. The number one sales trainer in the world, you know what I'm saying, is me. And today on Sunday, man, we're getting this interview stuff ready. Do a few interviews about me, platform. We're going to talk good, all that, you know what I'm saying. But you got to take your shirt in and put your pants in to be this fresh, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to take your shirt in and put your pants to look like this. Can't talk about business if you don't look like business, right? You got to look like business if you expect to do business, right? All right, man. Coach Heavy 2026.
All right, welcome back to another offer from the Bourbon Boys Network. It is April 12th, 2026. It's a Sunday.
That's right.
I'm in here with Coach Heavy.
That's right.
All right.
The one and only.
We came across each other through a very common mutual friend of ours.
Yes.
And he contacted me about some things he wanted to start doing just as far as his content, just as far as everything that he's got going on with him. I was like, you know what? It'd be a great idea to get him on the show, show him the setup, show him the whole layout, show him how it would all work, how the equipment works. And so that's what we're here to do today. We're going to do two parts. So we're going to do this first one on YouTube. And then, of course, the second part will be over on Patreon. So y'all can diddy bop over there. Search Bourbon Boys Network on Patreon. Go subscribe. Everything's free as of right now. So make sure you go check that out. Also, we're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on YouTube as well. So make sure you go check that out. Coach Heavy, I'm glad that you were able to let me get you in the building today on the Lord's Day, you know what I'm saying?
It's an honor.
Folks supposed to be at church, but you know, we ain't here podding, so there's that. So you sent over a whole itinerary. Did you use chat for this?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm like, this looked like chat did this because I don't think he set this up this nice.
He said, ain't that smart, huh? You know what I'm saying? He ain't that smart.
You know how folk want to doubt you, but but you got to enter it in chat.
Hold on. This is a little bit too...
Because this came through as a paragraph. I'm like, now, hold on. Hold on. How long you want to talk for?
Right.
But as I read through it, I'm like, no, this all flows pretty well. So we're going to go with that.
You know, my chat knows me. The more you use chat, the more it knows you.
I realized that yesterday.
So I could just put whatever in there. It already knows all my stuff.
Yeah, it knows your lingo,
everything.
Your spelling, grammar, the whole thing.
Everything.
Like, all right, so cool. So let's get to the opening introduction of this. Tell me who you are. Tell me how we got here. Tell me about yourself.
I'm 43 years old. I'm a family man. We could do this all day long, man. I'm a business owner with my family. Now, you know, it took me a long time to figure out what my purpose was or what I was going to do business-wise, because I've been in business for a long time. I grew up around business. My grandmother being a business person, my auntie being successful, my uncle being a business owner. So I grew up around it. So it took me a long time to find clarity. And now I have clarity on what I'm doing and where we're going and where I want to take these things. But other than that, man, I'm just a regular person, man, from Harvey, Illinois, you know, and just grew up in, you know, I'm single. My mother was a single mother and just getting out here and just working and trying to build my own thing.
Okay. What's the name of the business?
It's called To V.A.S.T. It's my own sales method.
Okay. Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on IG, Coach Heavy 82, YouTube, Coach Heavy Sales. That's about it. We're gonna have more things on TikTok and everything else. When we start shooting content, we'll start distributing it everywhere.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Now walk me through the process, or tell me about the key events, or tell me about, you know, said situations that got you even to the point of wanting to do this in the first place.
I'm gonna say that God is the best of planners.
Hey.
And he knows what he's doing before you can even figure it out. And I'm going to use David as a reference because King David was a shepherd boy. And as a shepherd boy, he was fighting lions and tigers and bears with his bare hands. So not knowing that him being a shepherd boy was really preparing him to be king. So this guy's fighting lions and tigers and bears. He had 63 battles he fought. There's nothing to fight man at that point. And what I'm getting at with that is when I first was getting started at 19 years old and trying to get into the workforce, the only jobs I could get were sales jobs. And I hated those jobs.
Why did you hate
I
them?
hate them. I sucked, number one.
Okay, all right.
When I first got
Hey,
started.
I like that.
When I first got started. And then number two, back when I was growing up, I'm older. So I come from the days of boiler room sales when sales was a nasty, yucky industry.
Vector knives.
Yeah. I done sold knives.
Yeah, Vector knives.
I done sold Kirby vacuum cleaners.
Oh, shit, that's the Kirby's. They wasn't bad, though.
Yeah, but you had to, I sold Kirby's. I worked at I had a few phone jobs, but the worst sales job I think I had was selling cars.
Really?
Yeah. Selling cars is the wild, wild west. Back then, I only had one suit, and I wore that same suit every day.
Oh,
I wore that same suit every day, and the other people used to make fun of me, everything else. When I rode the bus to work, luckily got a ride home. I mean, I came to work early even when I wasn't supposed to be there. So if my shift was 12 to 9, I still got there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Even though I sucked.
Okay. I'm about to ask you, how long did it take you to sell your first car?
2 weeks. It was it was 2 weeks to get my first sale. And then I got fired before my last sale paid out, which I got fired. Then the sale went through, so they had to still pay me for it. So I was horrible, man. I didn't know what I was doing. And the reason why I say this, and this is just getting into something else, why I suck so bad, because I didn't have proper training.
Okay. And that means a lot. That definitely means a lot.
Back in the day, they didn't have training systems. They weren't even thinking this far down the road.
Right.
It was just hire a person. They sound good. They sound like if they could possibly do the job. Like we say all the time, people can hack interviews.
Right.
And so I always knew how to interview and then get the job, but you don't have, they don't train you.
Right.
You learning as you go. So, I was horrible for a while. I remember getting fired from that job and everything else. I don't have the same story other sales trainers have. Hi, my name is John, and my first sales job, I sold $7 million my first year. I don't have that story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
what was the moment that made you pivot to this though? Like, even though that might have, because I can't see how you go through all of those different situations in dealing with sales and still end up back in it if you had all those bad experiences.
I just don't quit.
Okay. Talk about it. I like that.
You can't be good if you quit.
Okay.
Everybody is going to suck when they first get started.
Okay.
The whole thing is to get started.
Okay.
You're going to always suck when you first start, and that's fine. Understand? But so I end up eventually later on down the road getting good at sales. I got in business for myself, and if you're in business for yourself, you have to sell.
Okay.
So when I hear people say, I hate sales, but you're in business, that don't make sense. How do people know to do business?
Sales is literally just it's the paywall, it's the introduction, it's what's right in front of you.
And we say this all the time. Everything in life is sales.
Very true.
If you're a husband, you're selling your wife on why you a good pick to be a husband. As a dad, you're selling your children on a much better life. You have better friends when you know how to sell. You follow me? All that. So sales makes everything better. That's one skill that everyone should have and learn. It should be so serious that they should have a sales class in high school.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not going to do that, though.
They're not
going to teach no sauce.
Because then, check this out. You'll know how to navigate better when you get in college.
True.
You'll know how to navigate better when you get in the workforce.
True.
So it's a talent that can make you a lot of money and also gain your network. Because if no one likes you, can't sell, no one likes you. Thus, you can't have friendships. If I couldn't speak or sell, me and you probably would have never, ever clicked.
Very fair.
You follow me? So it's a talent that's needed, and it's a problem that corporations have around the globe. It's how to get their salespeople to selling better, how to get them to perform better.
Get me into the philosophy of what you've got going, because clearly these different life events and different failures and wins shaped you to get to the point you're at and develop the model that you're about to put out. So what's the philosophy and the groundwork behind that?
I would never take credit for it, bro. I'm going to always give God first. But I'm really good at sales, and I'm good at having the conversations with people, and I'm good at framing. And so I created my own method called To V.A.S.T, which is the 4 parts to a sale for me, which is the first V stands for voice and vibe. The A stands for align and ask. The S stands for stack and solve. And then the T is the best part, is trigger and transition.
I like that. I like that. I like the word trigger, and I like the word transition.
Trigger and transition.
I like that. I like that.
Voice and vibe is so important because that's the first couple seconds of meeting somebody.
First impression, yeah.
So if you're a jerk or a person walks in your car lot and you say the wrong thing, you got the wrong voice, you have the wrong tonality, you could blow it. A person they mind when they walking up in a dealership is really in the salesman's hands on how the experience is going to go when they first meet you. You know where I'm coming from? So you got to master first your presence, your tonality when you speak, your whole movement, your vibe, your whole movement.
I would say your energy too. Your energy has to be there too.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Voice and vibe.
Absolutely.
If that's all wrong, I've been in places where it's like, I'm not buying nothing. Guy's a jerk. What you're saying. I never forget one time I was in Florida, right? And I was at Sam's Club, and the lady was selling like roofs or something. And it's like, are you a homeowner? And I'm like, well, no. Well, just contact me when you become a homeowner.
What type of customer service is that?
I said, what kind of sales do she got going on?
Right, you supposed to give me the pitch anyway.
So you're supposed to say, hey, are you a homeowner? No, I'm not yet. Well, guess what? When you become a homeowner, and which I look forward to you becoming a homeowner, give me a call. Once you get your home, let me be the first person that you voice and vibe.
Because you can still lead her to someone else.
We haven't even got to the AST part yet. We just at the voice and the vibe that get you to stop.
Right.
You know where I'm coming from? So it's game. And I think people now, they get into sales, but they lack. Like, I grew up in an era where, as some of the Morris brothers say, everybody has a talent committed to their own charge.
Okay.
I grew up in that era. So if you were a school teacher, that was your purpose and you understood it. So people became what they were.
Their personality.
Yeah, like what it was, what they were committed to. So my grandma was a school teacher. She loved teaching and helping and everything else. She was a school teacher. And back in the day, if you were good with people and speaking to people, you got into sales. And if you were good at blah, 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 like, you're good at cutting hair and everything else, you got into that. Now everybody is doing everything that's not even their oil.
Right. They just being some sheep, just following the flock.
Yeah, so I heard a lot of money in sales. I'm going to get into sales, but you don't have the personality. You don't have the charisma. You don't have none of that, but you want to be in sales.
Well, a lot of people are doing things nowadays, not necessarily for the monetary value, but for the clout.
Yeah.
A lot for the clout. And that was, conversation we had last time we met.
Yeah.
It's like the clout is the new currency. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people are so flabbergasted by you trying to monetize themselves or put themselves in a space where they can generate money for themselves. But people are going on Facebook, people are going on social media, or people are just put themselves out there for attention.
Right.
And they get the attention, they got all this attention, but still don't know how to turn it over and make a dollar out of it.
Because it don't be that, it's not their oil.
True.
Your oil is what's going to get you paid. What's your oil?
We were walking through V.A.S.T. Get me to the A.
Align and ask.
Okay.
So you're aligning with them. You're asking the right questions. You're selling. You have to know how to ask the right questions.
A lot of people don't know how to ask the right questions. That's a particular common sense thing.
Yeah, but it's not common. Align. So you're aligning and you're asking.
Right.
And then you have S, stack and solve. You follow me? You're solving. After you align and ask, you're stacking up everything they're saying, and then you're solving what their issue is, and then you trigger the correct way, not a bad trigger, and then you transition them to the close. But it's knowing how to have the right conversations and how to frame people first. So I could frame you to close off GP just by saying stuff to you. When I first meet you, Nick, you know what? I know for a fact you're a very, very smart man. You make great decisions. I see that you do this. You know this. I'm already framing you.
Right.
So when I get down to that last part of the close, this is a no-brainer for you.
Right. It's like I want to say yes to you.
Yeah.
I want to say it before you even get to the point you want to ask me. I'm already in my head.
Because I'm already framing you as someone that's smart. It's really a setup.
It's really inception.
Yeah.
It's really inception.
Yeah, I'm framing you already as someone smart.
Exactly.
Even if you was dumb.
Exactly. It's the way I'm massaging. It's the way I'm treating
frame you as smart. See, you're a smart man. You make great decisions. I see your wife and everything else you got going for yourself. You make great decisions. Listen, this light here would be a great investment for what you got going on. It's a no-brainer for someone that's smart, correct?
Right.
Taking credit debit. What are we doing now?
Exactly.
Don't get you started now. What? Follow me. You already have to frame and through our platform, a person will get that, because one thing we understand about sales is what we're building is not just another course. It's already enough courses out there.
Right.
What we're building with V.A.S.T is a whole platform where a person can get on there, take an assessment, and then we make sure, and what the system will do is everyone learns different.
Okay.
You learn different, I learn different, he learns different, she learns different. What the assessment is going to do is tell us about you. And then from there, the platform is going to carve out a whole learning plan based on the V.A.S.T method that fits the way you learn and your niche. So if you're in auto sales, my AI already knows how to apply V.A.S.T to auto sales, or V.A.S.T for insurance, or V.A.S.T for real estate, or that. So it's not going to matter what industry you're in. Our system is going to already understand that industry and how to apply the V.A.S.T method to it, and it's going to also train you in it as well. And it's just like, anything you're trying to get good at, the more you do it, the more reps you do, the stronger you get. So
it's funny you say that, because when you told me about the product at first, it really was racking my brain. Okay, like, what about bro's model is going to work in today's society, just as far as what he's trying to push? And I couldn't figure it out until I came across this Instagram page, right?
Okay.
The name of the Instagram page, y'all might have all seen it, but it's called ThreadBeast.
Okay.
And what ThreadBeast does is it's a monthly subscription, right?
Mm.
And basically they style you. There's different subscriptions and you get different pieces of clothing. But before you start using them, you take an assessment. You tell them what you're looking for. You tell them what brands you do like. You tell them what brands you don't like.
Right.
And then, of course, they're telling you, well, we have a stylist that's going to send you things tailor-made towards you. And this is the subscription.
Right.
And I was like, okay, boom. Now I had something physical that was already in the making to tie your model to. I'm like, okay, this is what his model is going to be like. This is the theory of it, because that's where a lot of things and people are moving.
Yeah.
We're moving to a lot of subscription-based things. We're moving in a direction, especially with AI, where humans are becoming way more comfortable with being told what to do. But the funny part about that is humans were always comfortable with being told what to do.
Right.
I think what you figured out with this product is, people want to be told what to do, and that people have an idea of what they want to do. You're helping all of that come together by providing a tool that in which they could put themselves into, take this assessment, and it spits out exactly for them. This is kind of like a chat GPT, but it's niche based.
Yeah. And a whole learning plan based upon how they learn. That's the key for me. Everyone learns different. So when people make courses, it's like a one size fits all.
Yeah, it's like it's all got a governed speed to it.
So this is why a lot of people feel like they've been scammed when they buy digital products from people, or digital ebooks or courses, because the course is probably written a little bit too high for them. And we're not saying people are dumb, but the average person they're not comprehending at their right grade level. So then you create a course, let ChatGPT create it. You got to almost tell Chat to dumb it down some.
Very fair.
For someone. Fair. So they get the course, and then the course is moving. I'm flying on the course. It's like, dang, this is too much for me, man. Dang.
I went through that when Google was doing and they're still doing it, like the certification thing, when all that was kind of blowing up.
Yeah.
I had ran on there like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how to do some type of software engineering. I didn't get through the first 2 hours because I'm like, yo, this is too mundane. I don't like how this is set up. And like you said, it wasn't tailored towards me. This felt like traditional learning just on the screen. And so
Google is very high level. And once it's too much, it's overwhelming. Just a natural thing for the body to check out. And how we build this platform is for the person that's trying to learn not to check out. It's going to move. So as a sales rep, you might not have 8 hours a day. You might only have 3 hours a week. And that's fine. So you put that in the assessment, how much time you have to learn. The plan is going to design everything around that to make sure you get your 3 hours in for the week. Pass certain things to know that we know you have it. A person can all get on there and do mock phone calls. Mock text messages. Got to know how to text properly and say the right things through text. All that. So that's what we're doing with the system. And then we will have an enterprise level for companies that would like to use our information to train their people. It'll be so they can use it for their company to train all their reps. It'll do the same thing, make a customized plan for each rep. And then we also have a tracking feature where the companies can track their sales and what they're doing. So you have a score on each employee. You know exactly who's doing what and who's not doing what. So just say, boom, you doing all your training, and then at the same time, you logging in all the calls you making, all the sales you've made this week, all that. You've been very active. It's going to give you a score of 99. Let's say she ain't doing what she's supposed to be doing. You know, she ain't been watching her trainings. She ain't been logging her stuff in, or her numbers have been low. She might have a 20.
Okay.
So at that point, you know exactly who to keep and who to get rid of. Because a lot of times with companies, they have a lot of dead weight.
And I see that's dope to me too, because the product just isn't for individuals; it's for companies as well.
That's, to me, enterprise is where the bag is.
Understood. Because all the people like you, it's kind of a 2-for-1 type of situation.
Yeah.
You get the company to buy into it. The individual themselves might like it through the company so much that they move around and loop around and come get on it. So that's a 2-for-1.
And then one last thing we have on there is a thing called it's going to be called SROD, Sales Reps on Demand, where companies can find talent, sales talent.
Okay.
You can see their scores, you can see everything, how they pass, how they show up all the time, all that stuff. And from that point on, they could pay monthly and then be able to find talent, connect with them, and hire them for whatever jobs they need, remote.
As you said that, is there anything for individuals to better themselves, how to become talent?
I'm glad you asked that. So one feature we have in there is a self-hypnosis.
Okay. Whoa, hold on. I got a spooky sound effect for this. I got a spooky sound effect for this one.
Yeah, X-Files. So
walk me through this.
Okay, so if you're not the person, it don't matter what tools you have. And the key first, before you do anything, you have to become the person. Period. And if you don't become the person, so in order to become the person, your brain needs a reset.
Why I feel like you're trying to do it right now. The way you just kind of looked at me, the eyebrows went up and down. I'm like, what is you doing? Because you're talking very intently right now. But go ahead.
You need a reset. So the 3 parts to hypnosis, and I took this from a hypnotist that I'm cool with. I said, I'm still in this, brother. I'm about to put this right in my system. So the 3 parts is reveal,
okay,
release, and reprogram.
Okay.
Reveal is revealing the bottlenecks and the issues you have, or anything that's stopping you from being your best self, where it was past hurts from your mother or being made fun of in school. I had a lot of things. My reveal was deep. All that kind of stuff. You understand? And so from there, once we reveal everything that's wrong with you, the next part is release.
Okay.
Get you to release it. Let it all go. And then after you release it, you reprogram your brain.
Okay. All right. I like that.
And when you reprogram your brain, you get your brain into a state of I am.
A state of I am.
You're not in a state of circumstance no more. Most people live in a circumstance. Whatever life gives them, they just take it, and it's just...
That feels like survival.
Survival mode, yeah.
Okay.
Getting you into that I am state. I am the number 1 closer here. I am going to sell 5 items every day. I am a 6-figure closer. I am what you call it. And once you get your reps into that, and what the AI do is, after the assessment, and draw up a custom self-hypnosis for yourself that you start your day off with. Once you do the reveal, the release, we don't have to keep doing that no more. We always keep doing reprogram, and every day we start your day. I'm the best. If you don't believe it, if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Absolutely.
If you don't believe it, you can't achieve it.
Yeah.
So if you don't believe that you are him, you can't tell me I ain't him. It's coming from, it's in my walk. It's in how I talk. You know I'm a closer just by meeting me. That I do something in sales. You could just tell because it's on me. And it takes a reprogram. So we realize all that stuff is in there, man. This program is just going to transform lives. And that's what we're looking to do.
All right, nice. And I was about to say, with that, what's the long-term goals, or for you, what's your long-term goals with this? And what do you feel like a person trying to patronize the product long-term goal should be?
A long-term goal is 1 million sales reps being trained.
Okay.
Being the number 1 sales platform in the world, there'll be nothing like it.
Okay.
And to have $1 billion valuation, to be worth $1 billion.
Oh.
Our goal for our people is for them to be transformed, to be better people, not just be better sales reps, but just be better people. Because if you master these things as you're getting better at sales, you're going to see everything else in your life get better. But you have to decide. And I, in my book I have coming out called The Overnight Closer, you got to give God something to do. The problem is you don't give God nothing to do.
Wait. Hold on. Say that one more time as clear as day.
You have to give God something to do. Now some people say, you sound crazy. God is already doing. No, but what I mean as in you're not pointing at nothing. You don't desire anything. You don't want to be better. So if you don't want to be better, God ain't got nothing to do for you. But when you start saying, hey, God, listen, I'm this, I am. You say that I am, that activates God. And you decide. You start saying, I am this. I am the best. I am the best husband. I am the best dad. I am the best closer here. I don't care what no one else is doing. I am. And when you start walking in I am, that gets God busy. You're going to start working.
I like that. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. I think looking at the list, we might be to the end of the first episode.
Okay.
So in closing, what's your final message?
Oh, my gosh, man.
Put them on the spot. Hold on.
That was my final message. Show up for yourself.
Talk about it.
Show up for yourself. Believe in yourself. Everything changes. All you have to do is just decide. You ain't got to always have it figured out. Because I didn't. I did 5 years in the feds. I got out and I didn't know for a long time what I was going to do. But I decided I was going to do something. So all you have to do, you don't have to have it all figured out. It ain't got to be perfect, but just decide and take the first step.
Hand claps. Now, not on this episode or the next episode, but we're going to get into that. Because you just can't throw that out there. We're going to get into that. Yeah. My homie wanted to ask all types of questions, so I'm going to get you back because I need to know about that.
Right.
I need to know about that. Tell the people where they can find you.
Coach Heavy 82. And on YouTube, on IG, and then Coach Sales on YouTube. We getting ready to really throw our content game into gear. Got a couple shows coming out, 5 Minutes of Power, podcast called Built to Close, all that, which will be giving a lot of techniques and tactics on how to be a better closer and how to right mindset and right tools you need. So you'll be seeing a lot of me real soon.
Tell us where to find that book.
It will be on Amazon.
Okay.
And we're going to also do it where we can also fulfill it ourselves. I'm in talks with a couple of book manufacturers in China that could, do all my publishing for me.
Okay, cool.
Everything
Awesome.
else.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you doing this. Like I said, the second episode, we've got much more to cover, so make sure y'all come over to Patreon for that. I'm Reed at Bourbon Boy Reed. You could check us out on at Bourbon Boy Network. That's Patreon, that's YouTube, the SoundCloud, that's Spotify, that's Apple, all of that. Everywhere you listen to podcasts, this is everywhere. So, but make sure you come over to the Patreon, sign up. Like I said, everything's free. And yeah, man, come over there now and get to this next episode. And we are out.